All right. Yeah. So,
Good morning. Good afternoon.
hello.
It's afternoon now.
Sentences need prepositions.
Yeah, do they?
They do.
Do they?
They
Yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah.
It's very important to
So,
denote.
so I said, so we're starting the podcast 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late, because I sent Wooly a message, and the message was, "Give me five. I got a poop disaster." So I sat down and I kick on the microphone a couple minutes ago, and he says to me,
Uh, was that you, or like it's it's a,
"No, no, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I promise."
it's important. It's very important.
It was not me that had the poop disaster. I promise.
That is not an impossibility as time
All
goes
right.
forward. In fact, I would say as time goes forward,
Becomes
the
more likely
the, the,
every
the, the
day.
likelihood of it being the baby becomes less, and the likelihood of it being you becomes more.
I feel like
There's a direct straight line.
I feel like as I've gotten older, the moments where you just barely make it and you're like you wipe the sweat from your forehead and you're like, "Oh, thank God." Those have been coming in closer and closer to the buzzer as I've gotten older. When I was like
Yeah.
in my 20s, it was like, oh, I probably had like a minute to spare. And now I'm like, man, if I had not done that part where I sprinted, I would be done right now. It would be over.
Yeah. I mean, I have not entered that realm, but I do know that there's a point you hit where you physically need to use other instruments of your body. Like you get your hands involved in the closure. You've got to like, walk awkward, funny step while physically pushing the cheeks together,
It
doing whatever
says,
you can do.
yeah, I hate pooping. I want to remove pooping from my body, but I don't want to strap a bag to my guts. There's no options.
There are no options. You
Like
can.
like every now and then you're looking at social media and you'll be like, this is the story of how I lost my butthole, and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
pardon?
Mm-hmm.
And they explain that, oh, due to some kind of intestinal issue, my butthole was removed and sewed
Mm-hmm.
up, and you're like, wow,
Yeah. No,
just like that,
I
just
saw
like that.
I saw a video of a lady describing how she eats through her heart. And I was
What?
like, "What?" And it's like
That seems
there's a like nutritious solution that is like liquefied that then has to be drip fed through an IV directly into the heart and into the bloodstream, and it takes 12 hours to do. And then she does it every day, and then after that she can just go about, and she doesn't feel hungry and she doesn't eat, and it's just like a
this is
food through the heart thing.
listen, hey,
Wild.
you know what? Let's put this mental image of nightmare aside. I would like a vibe check, I guess the kids call it now. I feel very bad listening to that. Probably more than most people. But I'm not crazy to like be like, don't like that. That's like no one's sitting there going like, yeah, that's fine.
No, no, no. The idea of anything direct into the heart is really scary, and obviously, like the details of it are like every single connection moment needs to be super sterilized because
Oh
anything
yeah.
getting in there it's your fucking heart. But I think the silver not it's not a silver lining, but what made it make more sense was like they're like, yeah, do you like miss food, or don't you want to eat? And she's like, fuck no, because every time I eat it was horrible, and my
Oh yeah,
body.
because they had some kind of.
Yeah, she had a case where basically her body rejects eating food, and she gets
Oh,
super
that's
sick
not a
from it.
good one.
So, but like every association with normal eating was negative and bad. Therefore,
Forever,
it's
for
like,
decades, probably.
yeah. So it's like, I don't want food. I'm happy without it. Therefore, this is awesome. So like, yeah,
Strange.
but also science. How about that? Right?
Do you miss Doritos, Heart Lady? Can you put a Dorito into your chest?
God, it's just just the thought of like what, just I want one time. It's like, no, if you do it once, it's over, and it's I just want one Dorito to the heart.
It's worth it.
Yeah. In any case, I mean, God bless, you know. What's
Good luck
going-
with that, I suppose.
Yeah, it seems to be-
Everyone with weird tubes going into their butt and or otherwise. Good luck.
Mm-hmm. They're figuring it out. They're getting there. I think it might be cool to get to a point where the like I don't know. Whatever. Fast forward this conversation 5 minutes.
Thank you. This I know exactly. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Let's fast forward it.
Fast forward the conversation 5 minutes. Enhancements. Robot parts. That's it.
We want them.
Let's
give them to us.
Right. Plastic tubing. Yada yada. Just robots. All right. There we go. Cool. All right.
Robot, please.
Yeah. There. I think.
Thank you.
If the first cybernetic enhancement you add to your body is to like manage your shitting, that's a very invasive, but also the pluses are very high. So I think you can convince people with that.
All cybernetic surgery is going to be invasive, right?
Yeah, but if you're like, get rid of your arm, you're like, oh, okay, my new arm's going to be cool, but like, damn, what if something goes wrong and I kind of want my old arm, right? Whatever,
well,
but...
You gotta somehow fix the phantom pain syndrome problem. That's not good.
But like if you're like, hey, robot parts to deal with pooping, then it's like,
yeah,
that's not bad. That's cool. Net positive, right?
You know what would be good if you like had like a latch, and you would go to the bathroom and you would just your asshole would be like a port. And you would just put the vacuum to the port and hit the button like a garbage disposal, and then it would just suck everything out of you. And then you would hit the button when it was done, and you would be like, "That's good, I'm done, goodbye." And then you would go,
I'm imagining
it would seal off.
I'm imagining the entire like large intestine like going like you just got like from the moment you go from stomach to small intestine, just hit it starts going right into robot, and then it does a trash compactor kind of effect immediately, and then and you kind of just and
let's fast forward this conversation 5 minutes. Brain in a fucking tube. In a fucking fridge.
Brain in a fridge. Sure.
Just drip like fucking starchy nutrient water onto my fucking cerebellum, and fucking cover me up with like a nice little mask.
Sure. I was gonna go with like, remember Futurama's little
head in a jar?
No, not that part, but the little monkey companion Fry had. That
I remember him. Yeah,
super smart.
Fuckhead or whatever his name was.
Yeah, and whenever it poops, it's like a super fucking energy source. It's like
I don't remember that.
Yeah, so his poop was like a really super dense, crazy, heavy thing. Nibbler's
Nibbler. Now I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, so you just imagining the part where it's like, hey, once a month there's going to be a hyper compacted, like all of your waste in one little cube, and it's an energy cube that is just
okay. I have a question. Yeah. This is a good question that I'm liking. Let's go back,
rewind,
way back.
Okay, rewinding.
All right. Let's say you could be as you are right now, or only have to go to the bathroom once a year. But it would be a lot.
But it takes all day.
It takes like 2 full days.
Yeah, 2 out of 365 days are dedicated towards the cleansing.
I really shouldn't have scheduled anything on this day. I don't know what I was thinking.
The unmaking, the absolute purge. Worth it.
I would do it.
Worth it.
Yeah. It is worth it.
Super worth it.
So then the story becomes like, how many days in a row can your mentality allow before you're like, no, I'm not doing it? Like, what's the break point on that? Is it like 5 days? Because 5 days is a lot.
Losing a week, losing a week,
like a work week. This is my cycle. Man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like, can you put me under? Can I go to sleep while it's
No,
happening?
no, because you
No.
have to push.
Can you? And you have to stay awake too.
Yeah, well, mostly.
Well, because if you're pushing for 5 days, you're gonna die. Like you
Yeah,
literally. Like no, you
but,
have.
well, no, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
No, I imagine. I imagine a like you sleep, you wake up, and then the next 12 hours are just the getting it all out.
Today. Yeah, but here's the thing. I've done that like in my life
Yeah, it's just pregnancy. That's
already.
we're describing pregnancy.
But I know I've been on the toilet for 12 hours once. I was very ill. But like you every time you feel like you're about to be safe
Yeah.
to leave, you hear the gurgle and you're like, I'm not safe. I'm not
Yeah.
safe at all.
And then that's also how fucking whatchamacallit works. Not pregnancy, the other one there.
The other one?
The other one. The other one that's
What
really
the-
painful. The calcium
kidney stones.
kidney stones, right? Kidney stones is another version of that. So in both cases, you're charging up one big like spend all your meter moment, but
Willie,
it's super painful.
I find it like we both say some weird things. I think you referring to kidney stones as the other one in regards to pregnancy is legitimately completely insane.
All right. Here we go. The reason why it's called the other one is because when it comes to the comparison of things that hurt to do, kidney stones and pregnancy are often compared because they're fucking suck,
you know what?
right?
You let me give you a piece of advice. Do you know who doesn't appreciate that factoid?
Pregnant people.
Pregnant people. When you're like, well, kidney stones, they they don't want to hear it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, like the urethra is actually not meant to expand.
I am traumatized by the fallout from the last version of this conversation I had. We will be moving.
Like the birthing canal actually is meant to expand the just just get lit up. Don't do it. Fine. Fine. I mean, that's okay.
Just don't.
Don't do
There's
it.
a bullet many of you can dodge in the future.
It's called a kidney stone because that's what it feels like coming out.
I thought I had kidney stones once, but I guess I didn't. Nothing ever came out of my wiener. Well, nothing rock shaped.
That's that's a blessing. You're lucky, and count your stars.
Have you had a kidney stone?
No, I haven't. But I know many people that have, and every time they do, it's the worst experience they've ever had.
Okay, so your description of every time they do sounds terrible. Okay. Because that implies the same people are getting kidney stones repeatedly.
No, it's more like I've known 3 people in my life that have had kidney stones, and they've all fucking sucked.
Drink more water, everyone. Drink more water.
And then like, if you're lucky, you can like do things to break it up inside your system before it comes out. But if you don't, whatever's coming's coming, and it's a bullet.
You don't want to have to deal with the umbrella system.
Nope.
The umbrella system is not great.
Use there's things that can like turn one large bullet into like smaller ones that are like still gonna cut up and bleed. It's damage that never quite fucking anyway. So it's the other one.
Yeah,
it is the other one. All right.
All right, we fulfilled our mandated meandering nonsense section of the podcast.
Exactly as segmented. So thus begins week